This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Let's get to him. He's got a busy day ahead of him. We got a big gala tonight. It's the annual, I guess, radio broadcast. I forget the name of it. My buddy Tim McCarthy, Scott Herman. They're going to honor Stephen A. Smith, who's on this show all the time. Stephen A., the big superstar at ESPN. So we got a big event together later on tonight, but he's on his way to D.C. Again, Mr. Red Apple Media, the host of Cats and Cosby and the Cats Round Table. My dear friend John Catsimatidis. John, good Monday morning, buddy. How are you?
Well, Monday morning, boy, a lot of things going on in the world. I mean, you can't believe it, but President Trump is doing a phenomenal job. He's destroyed the entire navy of Iran. He's destroyed the entire Air Force of Iran. And he's, it shows the rest of the world that the Air Force, the Navy, the armed forces that we have is the strongest in the world. There's nobody is even number two. I mean, you go to Russia, their stuff doesn't even work, and that's important. And we have Space Command. People complain. What's the purpose of Space Command? Well, certain countries, I'm not going to name the countries, were providing information to Iran. For some reason, over the last 4 or 5 days, they've had a lot of trouble with their GPS, and their GPS doesn't work. Well, thank you, Space Command or Space Force.
Right.
And look, I was on CNN Europe last week, or over the weekend. Actually, Saturday morning, I had to get up at 5:30, and then I listened to you at 6:00 Saturday morning, they didn't like what I had to say. They said, "Oh my God, you're going to ruin the economy is going to be ruined because the price of oil went up." I said, ma'am, I know you're in London, but how about 4 years of $90, $100 oil under President Biden? 4 years versus maybe 1 month under President Trump.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because this is your game, John. I believe, and I could be wrong, but didn't Biden barrel at one point hit about 120?
It hit a high of 147. A lot of it was, but that was for about 10 minutes. It was at 117. But between $90 and $100 was there for a couple of years. So everybody's complaining about 1 month of pain, and we're destroying the terrorism of the world. I mean, it's going to be a better world to live in if we got rid of the terrorists. And people have to realize it. I mean, we don't like war. President Trump is the last one to like war. He hates war. And it's get rid of terrorism, and it's going to be a better world. And you know what I said the other day, too? It's been 90 years since the Europeans trusted Hitler when Hitler told them, "Trust me." Well, you know what happened?
Yeah.
Europe was devastated. France, my God, they trusted Hitler. Oh, my God. Well, you know what Iran was doing? Delay. Trust us. Well, the last person that said trust us was Adolf Hitler in 1937.
That didn't work out well. Yeah, no, you're right.
Didn't work out too well.
No, and that is the world conflict right now, John. But you live on the Upper East Side. I don't think you live very far from Gracie Mansion, which really became like a war zone in itself on Saturday. Something you would see around the world today. But what happened at Gracie Mansion? 3 different devices. These were not smoke bombs. They weren't like the little bombs you'd make on the internet. These were pretty serious nuts and bolts and nails, something you would see in the Middle East, like the guys used the Sarnet brothers in Boston during the Boston bombing. And then the mayor had an opportunity to come out and really wait for the details. He didn't. He blamed white supremacy. He blamed this guy, Jake Lang. And it turns out it's two Muslim guys. This is a day after his wife was exposed liking stuff from October the 7th. A horrible 2 days for the mayor.
It's horrible. And, I'm scared for him. You know why? People want to take out Trump, but there's a couple of Looney Tunes that want to take him out. And you got to remember that. You have to listen. This is not the way the United States of America works, and we worry about all of it. Sid, the one thing I talked to Kudlow over the weekend, and you know what I say? The price of oil hit 110 this morning. I don't know, it's about 100 right now. And you know what I say? Before you know it, you blink your eyes, and the next few weeks, it'll be back down to normal. The stock market is down 800, 1,000 points. Before you know it, the stock market will be back up again. So my advice, my personal opinion, buy stocks, sell oil short. And thank you and I'll talk to you when I get back this afternoon.
Okay, I know you got a big, important day coming up. The whole radio business, John, you're the only guy that's getting it done. There's a lot of big companies that have fallen flat on their asses. I mean, bankruptcies, Chapter 11s, all over radio, so congratulations.
There's more bankruptcies coming. There's more bankruptcies coming in the radio business. I mean, I'm not going to mention names because I respect them. But there'll be opportunities out there. We're ready. We have a big checkbook, and we're ready to take them on.
God bless you, John. I love you. Have a great trip to D.C. I look forward to seeing you tonight. Thank you, John. Thank you, buddy. Bye. All right, there he is, John Catsimatidis, of course, the host of Cats and Cosby, 5 p.m. every weekday afternoon alongside Rita Cosby, 8 a.m. Sunday mornings. It's the Cats Round Table.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.